Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today in this video I am going to discuss about my interview experience with JusPay. Recently I have interviewed with JusPay and got one SDE intern plus full-time opportunity from there, and also I have joined JusPay as an SDE intern. So today in this video I am going to discuss about my interview experience or what was my preparation strategy for getting or cracking this job. So I will discuss about that. So let's start with the video. So the first question that comes is, who am I? So I am currently a fourth year BTech engineering student from Kolkata, and I am from electronics and communication engineering department, and recently I have got 7 offer from multinational company. I have got software engineering offer from IBM. I have got TCS digital offer like system engineer for system engineer post, and I also have Tech Mahindra offer from Cognizant. I have offer from Blue Conch. I have offer from Wipro. So these are some of my offers so I have got, and recently I have joined JusPay as an SDE intern. So today in this video I am just going to share my experience about this. And now the second question is how I applied for this position. So recently I have seen on LinkedIn that a lot of people just got JusPay offer. So I have just become very much curious that what happened, so why JusPay is hiring so much, or how those people got into JusPay. So after a lot of research I have just found that there is one competition going around in D2C platform, and through that D2C platform JusPay is taking SDEs. So at that time when I see the platform D2C, at that time the registration was closed and all the procedure had just happened and the selection process has been done. So like I was very much disappointed that okay, I lost this offer. And after that I just connected with HR in LinkedIn, and I have just tell them that I have 6 offers in my hand and these are the offers. So I just want to join JusPay as an SD offer, like can we get an opportunity, or can we get an opportunity to prove myself, will I get the link of the exam. So I have, in this way I have just reached out to the recruiter. This is not, I have reached not only one person, I have not reached to 2 person, I have reached a lot of person. Like in LinkedIn, if you are approaching someone at that time, they may agree you, they may not reply back to you. So always you need to just keep messaging them, don't just keep any kind of expectation from them. So just keep messaging, you have done everything from your side. So this should be the attitude. And also in the same way I have just messaged a lot of person, a lot of HR, and one HR just replied back to me that yeah, I found your profile, can you just send your PDF format resume to me. So I have sent it them, and then he told that you have just entered into the panel and recently, or you will get the exam link soon. So I was very happy, and after that I just started to see that what are the like question they ask in the, GFG and any other platform. I was just looking for the question, that what kind of question they generally ask, and I just found that they ask question from tree and graph. So these were the procedure how I applied for this position. So in this way I just got the opportunity to be interviewed with the company. Now the next question is, what was the round? So there are in total of 4 rounds were there for me. The first round is the coding round, the second round is hackathon part A, the third round is hackathon part B, and the last round is technical interview. So I will just come one by one. First round is coding round. In coding round there was in total of 3 questions. The question was from tree and graph. So basically in JusPay all other interview experience I have found that all the questions are asked from tree and graph. So I was revising those concepts of my tree and graph very much well. And when I just got the question at that time, like 2 question was very easy for me. I just solved 2 question in half an hour, and 1 question was very much tricky for me. So I was just able to pass few test cases in those questions. So before that the HR informed me about that there are total of 3 questions will be on the first round, and you need to get 180 plus to pass this round. So it was like I have solved 2 questions and the half of 1 question. So I was pretty much confident that yeah, I will go to the next round. So I was just preparing for the hackathon also before giving me the result of the first round. So the next round is hackathon part A. In hackathon part A, there one problem statement will be given to you, and you need to solve that particular one question within 3 hours. 3 hours time will be allocated for you, and within the 3 hours you need to just come with the solution. And the HR told me that the passing marks of that exam will be 150. Total 3 hours, the total marks will be 300 for the question, and you need to get at least 150 to pass this round. So I was just doing the stuff, and the total hours was 3 hours. So within 2.5 hours I was able to pass all the test cases of that problem. So I was like pretty much confident that the hackathon part B will be there for me. I will pass that exam. So I was also preparing for part B, and then the HR called me that you have just cracked this hackathon part A, and you will be forwarded to hackathon part B. And what is the procedure of hackathon part B? In hackathon part B, there one mentor will be assigned for you, like one mentor who is working as an SDE or other post in the company, and that mentor will be assigned to you, and you are given some problem statement, like what you problem got in hackathon part A. That question will be there, and you need to reduce the time complexity and the space complexity in that problem. That is the procedure. Like suppose one problem is given in hackathon part A, and that solution you have just submitted in hackathon part A, that solution will be given to you in hackathon part B, and you need to just modify that code to run faster or reduce the time complexity or space complexity. That was the problem statement on hackathon part B. You can just discuss about your approach, what you was thinking about that problem with the mentor, and the mentor will guide you. Like the mentor is there to help you out. So you need to just approach to the mentor that I am thinking that about this solution, or I think this will be the solution, will it be good? In this way you need to approach the mentor, that whether you are thinking that is you are going in right direction or wrong direction. So that was I was able to like code that with I was able to reduce the time and the space complexity at that time. And after that there are some I will not disclose the question. Another part of this question will be given by that mentor to you. Like you need to modify your code accordingly, and you need to make your code or work your code in a large scale. So that will be the another portion of that problem statement that will be given to you. So I was thinking about how I will solve that. I was telling the approach to the mentor, that the mentor was telling like no, this will not be work. He was coming with some edge cases that for this reason your approach will not work. So the mentor was very much helpful. So in this way, this second round hackathon was going. I was just able to convince my mentor that yes, my solution works fine in all the test cases, and I think that will work. And the mentor was pretty much happy, like yeah, I have solved the question. And then in hackathon part B, I was asked two questions from the mentor. The first question was from tree. So I got one tree question. I was able to solve that question. And after that tree question, I was the mentor gave me one graph question, and I was not able to completely solve the question, but yeah, I just tell him the approach, but in this way I solve this problem, or this would be the approach. So I was telling the approach to the mentor. So this was all about hackathon part B. As the last question I have not solved, so I was like not so confident that whether I will go to the next step or will not. So I was like neutral. And that interview went for approximately 12 hours. Like it started in morning 10 a.m. and it ended at 10:30 at night. So that was the hackathon part B. And the last round was a technical interview. So I was just getting a call from the HR that you have passed a hackathon part B, and the last round, that is going to be your technical interview. And the technical interview was with my manager of my team. So the technical interview started, and it went for approximately 3.5 hours. So it was a long interview, and I was given one problem statement, and I need to just solve that problem statement. It was purely basically on DSF kind of question, and in the first 2.5 hours I was not able to think about that problem. Like the problem was super hard for me. And then after suggesting, or after getting some suggestion or clue from the interviewer, I was just thinking about the problem, what should be the logic or what should be the approach. And after 3 hours I was able to convince my mentor that yeah, that solution may work. So I coded that, and after the coding, the total round was of 3.5 hours, and after 3.5 hours that mentor asked me some HR kind of question, and I was not so much sure that whether I will just select it, because for the first 2 hours there was no clue in me what will be the solution and this kind of stuff. So I was like totally disappointed, like I am going to reject it in this last round. And after a few hours the HR called me that and told me that yeah, you are selected as an SD intern plus associate SD full-time offer, so these are all the stuffs and I will just send you the offer letter quickly. So this was all the procedure of my round and what happens with me. So these are the story. So now the next question, that is, what was my preparation strategy? So there was not this kind of like specifically any preparation for particularly for JusPay, because in fourth year placement season is going around and we are just sitting for another company. So there was a little bit of preparation, but I was doing lead code from January. So I think that lead code helped me to get the job. Like in lead code there is every day there one new challenge come, like every day there will be one particular question for you to solve that. So I was just doing that stuff from January, and I think in this 4 month I improved my DSA through this lead code, because in lead code there will be every kind of problem. The problem may be from tree, the problem may be from graph, maybe from string, maybe from array, from anything. So if I suggest always you that you should try lead code, try to practice. And that was the pretty much preparation I have done. Like from January I was doing lead code, I was attending some code forces challenge, and that those everything I have done. And the last portion is what suggestion I will recommend to get this kind of offer. I will not say this is too big offer, but to get this kind of offer, what suggestion I will just give you. So I will just tell you that if you are in first year or second year, first you need to learn one programming language. In which programming language you need to be the master, like take one programming language which you like and be the master of that. And after learning that programming language, you need to be focused on data structure and algorithm. That is one of the main important topic. So data structure and algorithm you need to learn, and you need to implement those data structure through this programming language which you have already learned. And after learning DS and Algo, you need to just practice your problem solving skill. Like you can go in HackerRank, you can go in HackerArt, you can go in LeetCode, CodeSafe, any platform. Like you need to just practice makes man perfect. So like if you are able to think, you are able to solve a problem, your problem solving skill is one of the most important that is seen in mainly product based company. So they will just see how you are able to solve the problem or whether you are able to think or not. So that's the total thing you need to be considered. So when you are solving a problem, first what you will do, you will think that what should be the solution. Suppose you are not getting any kind of clue that what will be the solution, you can think for 15 minutes, you can think for 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, if you are not getting any kind of clue in which direction you will go, or in which data structure, should it be related to graph, should it be related to, will I take a map for that? If you are not getting any kind of clue, at that time you can see the hints. You can see in LeetCode there is a section, hint section, you can see the first hints. Suppose after first hint you are able to solve that, great. If you are not, then see the second, then see the third hint, and at the end if you are stuck, at that time you can see the solution. There is the discussion section in LeetCode, and you can just see the solution of others, then in which approach they are just approaching the problem. And in this way I think this is not possible that every problem you will be solved from the first or the beginning day. So by the way, through these steps, through this process, I think your problem solving skill will be increased and will go to the next level. And another thing, suppose you have see a problem, you have solved that problem, and that problem got accepted by LeetCode. So this is not the end. You write a code, that code works fine, but this is not the end. You need to see, go to the discussion section or the solution section, and you need to see that what the others are thinking about this problem. Is there any other better optimum approach to solve that code? So that is one of the most important suggestion I need to give to you. Like a lot of people, what they see the LeetCode problem, they solve the problem, maybe the time complexity complexity is huge, but that is accepted by lead code, so they just keep that problem. But this is not the right way to solve lead code problem. You need to go to the discussion, you need to go to the solution portion, and you need to see the approach in which, like, there may be 2 or 3 approach, and you need to see what is the most optimal approach to solve that problem. So that is one suggestion I will just recommend you. And another thing I just want to suggest you, whether when you are just approaching someone in LinkedIn, don't accept or don't just wait for them, because they may reply, may not. So you have done everything from your side, you need to message, like, you don't keep any kind of expectation from them that he will reply or he will reply. Don't take that. And that is one thing. And the second thing I will just recommend to you is that try to solve at least one problem per day. In lead code, go there, solve at least one problem per day. Then one problem per day is enough. If you are just doing this problem solving for 6 months, 180 problem you have solved, and you have solved 180 problem with the optimum or the best approach. So I will just recommend, try to solve at least one problem per day. And the last thing I need to suggest is that you need to accept your failure. Like, before this interview, I have just given a lot of other interview. I have got 7 offers, but I have not applied for 7 company. There was a lot of other company, in which company I have not been selected. So you need to accept the failure. Failure is a part of success. So you need to accept the failure. You need to learn from your failure, and you need to just give your 100% in the interview. That is the last suggestion I just want to give. So if you like the video, please like it. And also, if you are new or this is the first video of this channel, so if you just want to see more, then subscribe the channel. And if you have any kind of query, then you can just comment out your query. You can personally message me, I will just come back to you. So that's all for this video, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.